Welcome everybody. What's going on to February 4th? I was about to say 24th because it's the 24th episode. It's the Kobe episode for the heavyweight bros. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. It's me, your host, the diabolical diabetic, the 5XL assassin, your boy, Big Nasty. To my right is the high yellow hitman, the freaking deacon, Coach Buck, my man, Uncle Raisin. What's going on, boy? How are you doing?
You know it is, man. You know what it is, man. It's pod day. You know how I feel on pod day.
Yeah, you been feeling something today.
Pod thing. Listen, man, I'm excited when we get out here and get to say just a little couple words to the people. And oh, look at that little tumbler there. I like that little tumbler there.
It'll be on the next shipment.
I see you.
Oh, crap. Missed my mouth.
But nah, it's chilling, man. You got an extra day this weekend with a little bit of snow that wasn't really snow, but it kept us in the crib for a little bit. You know, so it was, a chance to just sleep in, relax, get up when you feel like it, look outside the window, have a little cup of tea, chill. I mean, it was nice. It was a smooth day. You?
There was no school on a Friday. Like, what are you talking about? Facts. It was an amazing day.
Facts.
I woke up at like 12:15 today. Mind you, I went to bed at like 3:40. I'm telling you, man, my sleep is crazy.
In the afternoon or in the morning?
I went to bed at 3:40 something in the morning, and I woke up at 12:15. And I was like, but it was like the first time, like I felt like I slept more than like 4.5 hours or something like that. And I was I feel good. I was like, I actually woke up and was like, could I sneak a nap in right now?
Woke up thinking about a nap. Yeah. Like, what am I gonna do today?
Then it's like
eat, and then I'm gonna.
But then it's like you look at all the missed texts and everything. It's like I guess I could start my day. It's already the afternoon, bro.
Right?
Like,
it's like 28 messages.
I was like,
none of them's important.
None of them from the people that you want it from. That's what they're all from Raisin. That's like,
I like that.
But if you do like this Tumblr and you like this diabolical diabetic tea, you know what I'm saying? You could hit the Google link. You know what I'm saying? For the Google Doc in the chat. Not even that one yet. It wasn't even there yet.
Oh, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? Go to the Google Doc because we do got some items still up for sale.
Yep.
You know I'm saying we got a couple off grabs before we hit that second shipment. Or you can go straight to the source and hit up our man G.O.A.T over at Custom Merch on IG and Etsy. Enter the promo code HeavyWeight Bros, which is HW, the number 8BROS, to save you 10% off your order. It's because the more you spend,
the more you save.
You know what I'm saying? But of course, we got to shout out our intro, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our boy, Young K. Find him over on IG, over on SoundCloud, and over on YouTube. Go find that boy. Go support. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for the music video that we're going to drop. Raisin's already been writing his verse. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to go.
Yo, don't underestimate me, man.
I'm not. I was telling people to look out for you. What does that mean?
It'll make you think.
Because when you did that and I heard a doo 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 like echolocation.
You're on fire today, huh? He got time today.
I'm well rested.
You got time today. Man said I slept well and I took a nap. It's like I ate when I wanted to, not when I had to.
My first meal of the day was at like 2:30. It was a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was like, and I was like, this is life.
This brother's on a Christmas schedule of meals.
This can't be life. This can't be love.
Man had cookies with the milk left over from the cereal. Like, you out here wild inside, man. I got something for you.
No, I was gonna say when the roof of my mouth was done being obliterated, you know what I'm saying, all cut open, that cold milk with that cinnamon sugar.
Oh, yeah.
I said, oh Lord. I was real snug. I was in my robe and everything. I said, listen. Oh. But we can watch call. We could get right into it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy for you, man. You look revitalized.
It's funny you say that, and like the entire time I've looked at this camera, I'm like, I can't see my eyes. So I was like, I'm pretty sure everybody thinks I'm asleep.
Might have a new nickname because they never see neither one of our eyes once we get smiling. So.
They used to call me Morocco Mole from what you call it, Secret Squirrel. Well, my boy Monty Mole, who if you ever go play one of the Mario Party games, he's like a mole character. I pick him every time.
Okay.
My boy Monty Mole.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's in there.
Okay.
But we can move straight on into digging in the crates.
What voice was that?
The Monty Mole. Mm-hmm. It's my Monty Mole. It's also like my T.I. voice. And it's also remember in the Dave Chappelle when he does like the whatchamacallit, when they do like the dice bowl, and there's like this what it's like Leonard something. He's like, you on this dice, you gonna have to shoot me. He's like, good God, like. I feel like it's just my rugged rogue voice. Like that's what it is, like all the time.
Okay, so digging in the crates. No diggity, no doubt. I like it. I like it.
All player.
Only one thing on the docket for today. 2 Chainz dropped the album.
Boy, Titty 2 necklace. Yeah. Yeah, you was clowning my 2 Chainz impression before I did it on here. Now what?
I'm still laughing. I'm pretty sure you'll get there though. You'll get there. But yeah, man, 2 Chainz dropped a new album today. I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet. Have you got through it yet?
I did. I went through it twice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, already?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's what's up.
And it's not a very long album. I want to say it has like 12 songs on it.
How long the tracks?
They're about like between like 3 minutes to like maybe like 4 minutes. They're not really long tracks.
Okay.
It kind of feels like it's a little bit of like a strip club playlist album. That's what he's doing. He does have like one really fire sample on one of the tracks. I think it's for oh my God, it was a really popular. Oh, it was Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Like he gets on it, and it's one of the best songs on there. I'm like, go ahead, boy.
Yeah.
He even makes a song with Jacquees, and I cannot stand Jacquees, and it's actually a pretty fire song.
Okay. Yeah. I found out about it because I seen him on LA Leakers. He went on there and dropped a freestyle, and then he shot out the album. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a listen, see what's up.
Yeah, like that LA Leakers freestyle was pretty fire though.
Yeah.
He was on that far side. It's hard. Like, you know what I mean?
It is hard. Select few. Only a select few. I think he started off strong and he kind of finished a little iffy. But
because like that's kind of how most freestyles go. It's like you get the written part first, right? And then like when that part's up, then it's all off the top of the dome.
Yeah, the creativeness. But it wasn't disappointing, so I'm gonna give the album a listen. I'll be able to give some insight on it come time next pod.
True.
Okay. All right, so we'll segue right over into that Insomnia hour.
Wake me up inside.
Hey.
Wake me up inside. Save me from the nothingness inside.
We don't know the copyrights in that.
Insomnia hour. What's going on?
All right, so one new TV show.
Yep.
But I had to give a shout out to the Hulu lineup, who definitely came through with some bangers.
So UPN Hulu lineup.
The UPN Hulu lineup. So started with Abbott Elementary.
Fire.
Episode was fire.
It's definitely the cream of the crop to me.
Yeah. Grand Crew came through. Grand
Crew.
Yep. There you go.
Grand Crew, then American Auto.
Yep. Grand Crew and then American Auto. American Auto was a little, but it was still kind of hilarious.
To me, it's been the shakiest one.
Yes, it has been. But I think the problem is that they've been compared to The Office, and it was only like 1 or 2 episodes in. So
American Auto's been compared to The Office?
Yeah, they think that they're calling it like the new Office. And you can't, if you come in the league being compared to Jordan and you end up being Harold Miner, it's going to be tough to really get out there and get your feet settled. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad show, but it's definitely not The Office yet. And then Blackish rounded up the day for me. It was just like, it was a really, really strong episode. And Blackish really has always accepted the opportunity for talking about current events, but still making it a comical show while still addressing the family aspect, each individual character in the show. And it was really dope. And I know they're going to really get to it with this being their last and final season.
How many episodes they got left?
This was episode 5, I believe. So I'm saying maybe 5 or 6 episodes. It's usually like 10 to 11, maybe 12 episodes a season.
Okay.
So it's gonna be tough watching those last episodes. I'm telling you,
because it's so hard to say goodbye.
Right. But no, it was a really good lineup. The Elementary, spoiler alert, but he definitely dropped the bar in there where he was just like, it was definitely a gem. But they were like, kids were doing like chicken eggs experiments. I'm pretty sure everybody's done this in elementary school. And
I don't know what elementary school you went to. We did not have chicken eggs.
Yeah, we had one teacher who did do it one year, but it's just like you keep the egg in the class, and then the egg eventually hatches into a chicken, and then I don't know what happens to the chicken after that, but everybody's all excited. But it was only for the smart kids. And then the teacher tried to get some eggs to try to do, and then turned out the eggs she got had snakes in them. So one of the teachers was like, hey, listen, I was never in the smart class. And I think the fact that you have one is whack. And just realize when you do stuff like this, some kids are going to get chickens and some kids are going to get snakes. And I was just like, man, that's a bar. And then he followed it up by saying, and if the kids expect to get snakes all the time, they'll think that's all they ever deserve. And I was just like, yeah, that's real life. You know what I mean? So don't give our kids snakes. Give them chickens. But yeah.
Okay. That's what you took from it.
And no, that's not what I do. But
Yeah.
Give a little laughy. But and then Jack Reacher just started.
Did you say a laughy?
Yeah.
Go talk about Jack Reacher. Laughy's not it.
So Jack Reacher is the new TV show on Prime, Amazon Prime, and it's a spinoff from the movie Jack Reacher starring Tom Cruise. Don't make the comparison in characters because we know Tom Cruise is this small, agile person compared to this outside linebacker that they have playing Jack Reacher now.
I'm pretty sure the show is supposed to more closely resemble the books. Like the book Jack Reacher, I think that's what Jack Reacher's supposed to look like. But then when they made the movie, like they were like, who are we gonna get to do it? Tom Cruise is like, I want to do it. And it's like, you don't tell Tom Cruise he can't do something.
All right, we're gonna have to shoot all our angles from down here to make you look taller and everything. But I did watch the first episode today. And I would definitely be getting through some more episodes tonight. It was pretty. It was dope.
Maybe if I could finally get through Your Honor, I could start it.
There you go.
Man.
There you go. Take your time.
I've been doing. That's what I've been doing.
But yeah, I was concerned about like what the supporting cast was going to be, and it does have old boy from American Gangster. He's I want to say he's Huey, but I'm not completely sure. But I know he's like Denzel's cousin in America's Gangster. You know, it's the trending video right now. It's like, nobody talk to me no more. You talk to Huey. Huey will talk to me. Don't nobody block that. That's alpaca.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's definitely one of the cousins. And if you ever watch Reacher, you'll know right away, like, oh, that's the dude from American Gangster.
I don't think you will, because I feel like he's like in American Gangster. It's like you're Denzel, you're like Idris Elba, or you're Russell Crowe. Like everybody else is kind of just everybody else.
But no, yeah. As soon as I seen him, I recognized him.
Okay. Has he been in anything else?
He was in Get Rich or Die Trying, but I don't remember what he did in there. And he has this weird movie called Lucky Number with Method Man in it. And Method Man's like a basketball player for the Knicks, but it never says Knicks on the jersey. It just says New York. I don't know. It was hilarious.
What's the one movie that was like that back in the day where the kid gets drafted number one? It's like one of those movies, but it was like real low budget, but like Ja Rule was in it. It was like it was one of those.
What?
The Cookout.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what it's like. Is this just The Cookout?
This might be a little better than that, but it's not too far off.
What about the one where Common is like plays for the New York Nets
with Queen Latifah?
Yes. and he's crossing up Dwayne Wade like I was like, what is this?
There's just some people who should never have been playing basketball roles. All right, Omar Epps, you should have never been dribbling the ball and loving basketball, bro. You look like only half your body worked. Like you're not convincing nobody. But yeah, so
Wesley Snipes has got to be the most convincing one, right? Like in White Man Can't Jump.
And
Denzel, he got game?
No.
But Denzel really
Tisha Campbell's husband.
Dwayne Martin. He balls for real.
But
like Denzel really gave Ray Allen those buckets, like in the final game.
That's what's up.
So like, that wasn't convincing. Jake Shuttlesworth didn't give it to you.
Nah.
They look exactly.
I would definitely go with Wesley. I would definitely go with
Dwayne Martin.
Dwayne Martin.
Tisha Campbell husband. What has happened to Dwayne Martin where he's become Tisha Campbell husband? This man was one of the Real House husbands of LA.
I know. Listen, man, I can't remember what he's done after Above the Rim, bro. To be honest with you, that could be a cultural gem. We'll wait for that. All right, so yeah, Jack Reacher.
I have a hot take about Above the Rim, but like maybe I'll save it for the Above the Rim episode.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm excited then. I'm excited. But yeah, so Jack Reacher, if you get a chance to check it out, it's on Amazon. And like I said, the Hulu / new UPN lineup can always be found
on Hulu
on Wednesdays. Yeah, on Hulu. All right, so. We don't have no popcorn Papi today. I know we're still in the drought.
The drought is getting ready to end.
You want to talk about the drought?
It's getting ready to end because it's like Jackass just came out,
I'm not watching that.
Moonfall just came out, and then I believe in the coming weeks after that, it's like that's when we get Uncharted. That's when we're getting the Batman stuff like that. So it's like we're getting. I feel like we're out of it now. I was looking at the 355, and I was like,
don't do it.
I was like, is it what you got? One of my friends' mom saw it, and she was like, oh, it's pretty good. And I was like, I don't believe you. You need more people.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
I was like, yo, I feel like when certain people say things, I'm like, I need to go over your house to see like your DVD wall collection real quick, to know if you're really valid.
You have a DVD wall collection, so I don't want to go see any movie you see.
I got a DVD wall collection. What you mean? My joint is filled with nothing but hits.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to come out and check it out.
That's kind of a weird thing, though, because, like, we don't have the VHS collections anymore. We definitely don't have the DVD collection. So, like, and, like, everything's on streaming. So, like, I feel like, how are you supposed to, flex your movie thing? Is like posters?
I don't know.
My boy Pythagoras, so what he's been doing is he's been getting this place like prints out like almost like movie posters, and it's like he's been putting them like in this book, and it's like it's pretty fire. Like I was just like, oh, this is a pretty dope idea. I don't know if like I'll follow suit in that, but it's like dope. It's pretty.
I do that with my football tickets.
Do you really?
Yeah. So like I always print out the ticket, and whoever I went to the game with, I make sure that there's a picture attached to that ticket. I put in the album.
Where's this album?
That's right upstairs in my room.
Oh, sounds dope.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Straight like that. Oh, my bad. I forgot something from Insomnia Hour. So for my UK homies, all right, for those who had been up on some Summer House or some Top Boy, they are coming through with a new season in March. Shout out to the homie Ernest from Commerce basketball team because he's the one who put me on.
New season, bruv.
New prison, bruv. Hey, where's the food? Where's the food? You let someone take your food? That joint. Hey, listen.
I guess that's a scene from Top Boy.
Oh yeah, so
their
paraphernalia and stuff like that. They don't call it drugs or weight or whatever. They call it food.
Okay.
It's like, so come through with the food. Yeah. So you get robbed. You got robbed for your food. So yeah, that's what it is. Oh yeah, you gotta watch it. It's pretty intense. But yeah, they're supposed to be renewing the new season. Coming in March, super excited because there was a lot of stuff that were left undone in the last season. So you do have some time to catch up. And for those who are already caught up, that may be some news for you. All right.
All right. Is it time for that? Oh, we move over there.
There you go. Go ahead.
All right. So
you leaned back like you had some more. I was like,
that was the fade out. You were supposed to come in on some like, all right, like
I got you. Yeah. So last episode we talked about the starting all-star teams that got picked, and we decided this week that we were going to pick what we thought would be good reserves. Right.
Right. We were going to pick the reserves because the starters were already chosen.
Right. The starters are already chosen, so we're going to pick the reserves. And
I have not seen your list.
I have not seen your list.
Okay, so we haven't seen each other's list. And
when did the reserves get released?
They're already released.
Are they?
Yeah, I have them written on here. I did them after I made my picks.
Okay, all right.
So I figured one of us could read our list and we can see if we agree on some of the same people.
Okay.
And then we'll read the real list and see like what we got missing from there.
Perfect. All right.
You want to read yours?
Yeah.
Because like you wrote yours on the board and I wrote mine on a piece of paper.
Oh, so like, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
You were good.
You know, I wanted to be able to have something to throw afterwards, so you can be like, he's
being rough on my things.
There it is.
So like also Kevin Durant and Draymond Green are going to be injured for the game. So we also picked one extra player for the person to take that person's spot.
I didn't pick an extra player.
So would you pick 7 players?
Yeah.
Oh, what I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we'll go from there.
All right, so for the East.
All right, we'll go East.
All right, I got James Harden.
Got him.
All right, I got Zach LaVine.
Got him.
I got LaMelo Ball.
Got him.
I got Jaylen Brown.
I don't got him.
I got Kyle Kuzma.
I don't got him.
Jimmy Butler.
I don't got him.
And this last one's going to make a few people upset, but I don't care because I like the way this kid's been playing ball. I got Patty Mills.
Okay. All right. So, like, I obviously don't got him either. So, one of the guys that I put on here, like, I'm surprised you didn't name him. My first person was Darius Garland for the Cavaliers.
Okay.
So, he was one of mine. I had Zach LaVine just like you did. I had Harden just like you did. And I had Jason Tatum, who you don't have.
No, because Jason Tatum's first, 10, 20 games was terrible, and Jaylen Brown was holding it down by himself, and he still continues to get buckets. So I was looking at the Celtics roster and I was like either Tatum or Brown, and I chose Brown.
So like I feel like I need to say this because like you said that you didn't pick a lot of front court players.
Right.
I tried to do it based on like the way that they usually do it, where it's like at bare minimum, 2 front court, 2 back court players, and then kind of go from there. So I tried to build it like a real roster.
Yeah, I went guard heavy.
Okay.
I just didn't.
The fact that you went guard heavy and didn't have Darius Garland up there is crazy. And you got Patty Mills sitting on there.
Patty Mills, listen, man. I know he's been balling.
Cleveland is number 4 in the whatchamacallit, in the East with no Colin Sexton.
It's the East.
Oh, yeah, the East looks better than the West right now. What are you talking about? Besides the top 2?
I'm still not convinced.
All right.
That quote you said earlier?
Another one I had, which if you're going to be guard heavy, you didn't have. I had Van Vliet. Fred Van Vliet.
Okay.
I had Jared Allen. And my last pick, I felt like the top 2 teams in the East needed to be represented by more than one player. And so it was between either Bam Adebayo and Nikolai Vucevic. And like, I was like, I went with Bam.
Okay. Smart man.
So that's my
Bam was on my radar, but I was just like.
So you want me to read the real East real quick? Or So like for the real East, Jimmy Butler, who you had and I didn't.
Hey, okay.
Darius Garland, who I had and you didn't.
Okay.
James Harden, who we both had.
Yep.
Zach LaVine, who we both had.
Okay.
Chris Middleton, who neither of us had.
How?
Jason Tatum, who I had and you didn't have. Fred Van Vliet, who I had and you didn't have.
Okay.
What's crazy is no LaMelo Ball.
Right.
How does no player from the Hornets, especially LaMelo Ball, not make it? So like I wonder though, because this doesn't include the injury replacement for Kevin Durant, if like they're trying to save that to be like, oh, LaMelo's going to be the replacement.
Maybe.
If they don't, they're type whack.
Maybe. Yeah. Because that boy's been lighting up the league, and he's definitely made Charlotte basketball entertaining again. So like, why would he not be?
They're one like I think top 6 in the East right now, and you're not going to have LaMelo on there.
Right.
I feel like, should we talk about some of these guys? Like, I mean, obviously we have James Harden, Zach LaVine. We both had stuff like that. Jimmy Butler. I don't like. You want to talk about Jason Tatum's first 10 games were bad, Tatum's games were bad. I was like, Jimmy Butler has not been good for like a long period of time this year, and I think if you are going to pick a player from that team, it's probably Tyler Hero more than him or Bam.
You were saying that last time, but you didn't put him on your list though.
I did it, and like that's why I went with Bam. Is I was just like, because I felt like even if Tyler Hero makes it, Tyler Hero's not doing better than Van Vliet. He's not doing better than Garland. He's not doing better than LaVine. He's not doing better than Harden.
Gotcha.
So like, but Bam,
is what, 3rd year in the league?
Yes, 3rd year. Stuff like that. But like Jimmy Butler, like I feel like they gave it to him because like they didn't want to hear Jimmy Butler's mouth from not getting picked.
I mean, that's gonna be every guy who's been an all-star before. So,
but for some reason the media has like this thing with Jimmy Butler though, where they're like don't want to make him mad, and they speak very highly of him all the time.
He broke that triple double record in Miami, so I guess that he felt like that solidified him. You know what I mean, so
okay. I'm not black emoji.
That Chris Middleton is a little suspect to me though.
So that was the next thing I was going to go to is like Chris Middleton, but neither of us had him.
Right.
I wonder if it's more for the front court piece because I think he qualifies as a small forward. So like they were like, let's get.
Because I don't even feel like he's playing ball like he was last season.
No.
And it's just like
I think if anything, the second best player in Milwaukee has been Drew Holiday.
Yes.
Who neither of us had.
Nope.
And like, but it's like, but Chris Middleton is good. Like he is an all-star.
I'm not saying he's
like he's an all-star level player, but he's not been playing on all-star level.
Yeah, he didn't make my list. I didn't even think twice. I looked at the Bucks too, and I was like, Giannis is already on here, and I kept it moving.
Like I'm looking at my guys and like who I had versus them, and it's like I have Jared Allen and they have Chris Middleton, and I'm like, to me, Jared Allen's been playing way better than what you call it. Chris Middleton has. I don't know if you feel the same way, or like when I said Jared Allen's name, did that jog anything for you? Like, oh yeah, Jared Allen has been that legit.
I kind of thought like it depends on who's looking at him, but you can make a case.
You don't want to change that Patty Mills pick at all?
No.
Not for Fred Van Vliet?
No.
Van Vliet has been nasty this year.
No.
All right, let's move to the West then. Go ahead. Do your West
career high numbers right now.
Do your West picks.
All right. So I got Donovan Mitchell.
I got him too.
I got CP3.
So do I.
I got Luka.
Me too.
I got Booker.
I do too.
I got Cat.
Me too.
De'Aaron Fox.
I do not have.
And my last one is SGA out of Oklahoma.
I did not have them. So like with you, I also had Chris Paul. I also had Donovan Mitchell. I also had Luka. I also had Cat. I had Rudy Gobert, who you did not have.
Nope, I didn't have Rudy Gobert.
I had Devin Booker, who you had, and then I had Draymond, but Draymond is hurt. So like,
wasn't he in the starting lineup?
No.
Oh, okay, got you.
So like, I was looking at like who was hurt. I was like, he's hurt. So like, I was looking at it again, and I was like, I need another front court player. And then I was like, the top two teams in the West, or I was looking at all the top teams in the West, and like a lot of these guys' second bananas haven't been showing up.
Nope.
But the top team, period, is the Suns. And I was like, we already got Booker and Chris Paul, and I was like, Ayton was one of my options. And then I looked again, and I was like, Memphis was up there, and I was like, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., and I was like, their numbers are kind of similar and stuff like that. But I was just like, I kind of gave it to him because I feel like the Memphis needs to be represented a little bit more. So I went with Triple J.
I just feel like it's smoke and mirrors with those two big guys because it's like one has Ja and the other one has CP3. So it's just like, I feel like if they weren't on these teams, they would not be the guy that we even think they are now. Like a lot of the times the offense that they get is not them making it happen. It's the guards that are getting them open and making them available to get buckets or get rebounds and all that extra stuff. You throw any of these guys on another roster, and I don't think their name come up that much. We've seen the same thing happen with Blake, same thing happen with DeAndre, and most of the people that Chris Paul play with. Like, bro, you are balling because I'm here, man. Don't act like anything else is happening here.
Oh, okay, that was a lot.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I feel like the West is a lot easier than the East was. Like, I don't know if it's just like these guys are like there's more vets or like what's going on, where it's just like these guys have been doing it and like they just continue to do so. Like, I feel like the East, like,
it's a changing of the arms, but that could be on another episode.
Okay. So, but all right, let me read the West ones and then we could go through it as we go. So,
I killed this one, but let's see.
So West, Devin Booker.
Yep.
We both had Luka. We both had. I think we were both pretty surprised that he wasn't a starter.
I was.
And Andrew Wiggins got the start. But I like so Luka. Rudy Gobert, who you did not have.
Nope.
Draymond Green, who I had and you did not have. Donovan Mitchell, we both had. Chris Paul, we both had. Big Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, we both had.
Like that.
So the only two on here that we both didn't have was Rudy Gobert. Is there a reason why you didn't put Rudy Gobert on?
I just didn't go bigs. The bigs just haven't been impressing me enough to say, I'm going to make you an all-star. And I can't make you an all-star just for the sake of saying we need a big in the all-star game. Like, nah, I wouldn't care if it was all guards and they was all out there shooting threes, crossing each other up, getting to the rack. Like,
I think Rudy Gobert has been more important than Donovan Mitchell has been in them winning or being the top 3 team in the West. That was the reason why I went with him. Is like he's been huge impact winning, and he's still the best defensive player in basketball, and he's been showing it.
Okay.
And then Draymond, like I went with him, like not just because of that, but it's like you're going to tell me that the representatives for the Warriors are Andrew Wiggins and Steph Curry. Draymond Green has run that offense.
I didn't pick Draymond because they wasted a pick on Andrew. So Draymond.
So you believe that Draymond deserves it? Like he deserves an all-star.
But Andrew shouldn't be there. Man.
All right. And who's the one that you had that I didn't have?
SGA.
Why?
Because he's been balling. I know he's on a terrible team, but
they won like 14 games, bro.
Bro, it's like this man. What did Giselle say? He can't throw and catch the ball. Like, come on, man. This man's been out here balling. Give him his credit, man. Like, I know his team is terrible, but he has been playing at an all-star caliber.
And who was the other guard? You had another guard.
De'Aaron Fox.
Why? Like, I feel like he hasn't been playing well at all.
I was just trying to smooth him up because we got some trade stuff coming up, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
De'Aaron Fox watches the show, right?
I'm gonna be surprised. He's got a lot of time on his hands.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, like I don't really know like what else to say about this. I feel like it's mostly pretty solidified. Like we said, Draymond's injured, Durant's injured. I wouldn't be surprised if when they do his replacement, they do put LaMelo in because I think there has been a bit of backlash about it. Like people have been pretty outspoken. Like an All-Star game without LaMelo seems a lot less exciting.
Right.
And so then it's like
have young talent in there.
I think the real question is, I think one of them is easier than the other because like the All-Star games aren't done the way they used to be done. Now there's the draft, right? So if you're doing the All-Star starters, the last pick is most certainly going to be Andrew Wiggins, right? Like it's not even a doubt, like because it's like when Kevin Durant and LeBron are picking, like nobody's going to be the guy that picks Wiggins first. Like you're going to get stuck with Wiggins.
Yes.
Who's the first person that comes off the board with these guys? You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at them.
Who am I picking first out of here?
Out of the whole thing, out of the whole field.
Oh, East and West?
Yeah, because that's how it works. Is like once they're done picking through the starters.
Oh, they get to pick anybody?
They pick anybody. So like whoever gets stuck with Andrew Wiggins also gets the first pick.
Yeah.
Because like that's how it works. It's like whoever gets the first pick for the starters gets the second pick for the bench.
I'm going Luka.
It's got to be Luka.
It's got to be Luka.
That's the thing. Is like I was looking at this list and I was like,
it's got to be Luka.
I was like Harden maybe, but I was like I don't think Kevin Durant wants to play with Harden.
I'm going with Luka.
It's definitely Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think LeBron's definitely going to try and get Chris Paul to like a.
Of course,
he got to.
Of course, that's his guy.
But like one of my favorite things to do, and I didn't do it this year, and I wish I would have done it before we started, is to see who are the guys that made the All-Star game last year that didn't make it the year after. Because it's like usually like that's how you find out like is this thing a fluke? Are you hurt or like what is it? Like is this really the change of the old guard or is it because these people are missing?
What could be why Chris Middleton got a nod because
he was in there last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so like he's like I wouldn't be surprised.
I need an explanation documentary with cited resources and research on who came to the decision of Andrew Wiggins.
I told you, man, it was the K-pop star, Bam Bam. And what you call it? And everybody went crazy about it.
I need more than that.
That's what happened. I already told you. Shout outs to Bam Bam, I guess.
Yeah, I need to find Bam Bam.
Bam Bam Murray. Right. He was the reason.
Shoot.
But like you gotta think there's no Kawhi Leonard, there's no Paul George, Anthony Davis isn't on here, Russell Westbrook isn't on here. These are like a lot of big names that are
Those are all names I looked at too and was like, nope, that's not happening. It's not happening. So
Anthony Davis did put up some numbers the other night though. I don't know what that means.
Glass bones and paper skin.
So by the time our next episode, we have one episode, and then after that will be the trade deadline. So we'll get a lot of finite stuff from there. But we did get a trade today.
That trade went through?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So the Clippers and the Trailblazers made a trade. The Clippers get Norman Powell and Robert Covington, and the Blazers get Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, Keon Johnson, and a second-round draft pick.
What happened to Justin Winslow?
Was he ever that good though? Like you saying that, like what happened to him is like he was one of those guys that was hot in the draft that he's really just never been anything.
I mean, his first couple seasons was solid.
No, they weren't. Like I guarantee, like you go back and look at it, they were not. Like people were saying that he was a bust from Jump Street for the most part.
I say that about everybody just so they can be right about something.
Nah, but like
yeah, that's so who wins that trade?
It's to me without a doubt, it's the Clippers.
Definitely.
Like Norman Powell and Covington are the two best players, and it's like they're killing them on Twitter today. Like they're just talking about like Damian Lillard because he said something about he's not afraid of the grind. Like that was his whole thing, and they were like, "Yeah, this brother's grinding now," because they made sure. And I would not be surprised if by the time the trade deadline happens, CJ McCollum or Nurkic have two new teams as well.
I feel like CJ would be a better player if he wasn't with Dame. That's just me though.
Where would you like to see him go? Like I'm trying to think like where he fits.
All roads lead to the Knicks.
Right, so like we're gonna drop this subject, man. Let's just move on to it because your boy Julius the Pumpkin Randle has let the team know that he's requested a trade. He's unfollowed the Knicks apparently on all his social media. We'll see how far this goes though, because like Sabonis is out there like as well as like what are you guys really gonna get for him?
The major headway that's catching steam right now is De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
So Julius Randle to Sacramento. Of course, there's gonna have to be some other pieces that are added, which that hasn't really been clear yet. But
who's getting the other pieces? That's the question.
The Sacramento will. You don't give up De'Aaron Fox and don't get more pieces. And the Knicks really need a point guard, especially someone who's solid, plays defense, and can give you some offense. And De'Aaron Fox would be the guy. So I don't think they would have a problem with letting go of a few people in order to get De'Aaron Fox.
I'm trying to think of like your guys' guard rotation after that because you guys just got Cam Reddish, you got RJ Barrett, and then you got De'Aaron Fox. So that takes care of the 1 through 3. But now your 4 through 5 looks weird. And Toppin, they're probably trying to give him more minutes for the 4.
I was about to say, yep. And then you got Money Mitch.
I thought they were trying to get rid of Mitchell. I thought he was a little bit out of the rotation. Am I wrong?
Nah, Money Mitch gonna stick around, man. He just got back from injury. You know what I mean? He put on some muscle. He got to get used to his new frame. He gonna be all right.
All right. So then
he gives me Marcus Camby vibes.
That's a lot. Marcus Camby was like a really good offensive player and like one of the best defensive players at the same time.
We'll get there. I believe in you, Money Mitch. We turning that corner. All right.
I mean, I guess like I feel like they would rather give those minutes to Nerlens Noel. Like they really like I should say Tom Thibodeau.
He might get packaged into this trade. Yeah, Tom does always make sure to get. I mean, D Rose, of course, but because Nerlens was already here and then left, and now he's back, and they're just like, it was like Nerlens is back on the roster. I was like, why?
What did the Kings get out of this though? Because then it's like the whole thing with the Kings is like their bigs are all over the place.
They're rebuilding.
They're always rebuilding.
I know.
I don't know
do you think they keep Buddy Hield?
No, he's got to be a hot trade target right now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if
he's got to be the end of his rookie contract coming up too.
Who?
Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield's already making like $25 million right now per season.
Oh, he already got it.
Yeah, he's in the middle. He's in the middle of it. Him and Harrison Barnes are going to greener pastures.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stuck you guys with Harrison in that trade.
Nah, they said who was
Rashawn Holmes?
No, Harrison Barnes they were getting looked at to go somewhere else. I want to because
I'm sure I'm like top to bottom. De'Aaron Fox, they want to get rid of Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley, Rashawn Holmes. Like
Harrison Barnes is like up there though, right? He's like 29, 30.
He's like 26. Like I don't think people realize how young Harrison Barnes was.
Bro, I feel like that man's been in the league for like 10 years.
When he was on that Warriors team, he was like 23 years old.
He was on the Maverick team that won the championship, wasn't he?
No.
You sure?
Bro, he was a rookie. He was drafted by the Warriors.
Bro, I'm gonna look up that one because I feel like Harrison Barnes was on that team.
The one that won a ring? You talking about the Dirk Nowitzki?
Yeah.
No. Are you thinking of Josh Howard? Or Caron Butler?
Josh Howard wasn't on that
Sean
team.
Marion?
He was gone at the time. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
You definitely tripping. Harrison Barnes got drafted in like 2015 or something like that. They won that title in like 2011.
Bro, it feels like he's like 34 or something. Like
he's literally like 26 years old, I think. So like something like that.
All right, so I guess that makes it a little more appealing.
Well, I mean, so I guess we're going to keep an eye on the trade market a little bit more. I'm excited. Like for me, the All-Star weekend is really like my Super Bowl weekend. Like I like the Super Bowl and like I watch the game, but like I don't really go all out.
Mm-hmm.
But like for the All-Star weekend, like that's my jam. Like that's the one where like I buy food for every single night.
Mm-hmm.
Like I try to have as many people come over as whatever. And it's like I'm locked into these All-Star games. Like that's my jam.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it. We did get the dunk contest contestants released too.
Oh, I don't know who that is. I need to hear that.
I was gonna say, if you want to give me a second, I could pull it up because I did definitely screenshot.
Have it ready?
It's right now. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. The 2002 NBA Slam Dunk Contest lineup: Obi Toppin.
Okay.
Jalen Green from the Rockets.
Okay, the young boy, rookie, right?
Yes, he was like the second overall pick.
Yeah.
Juan Toscano Anderson. He's from the Nuggets. He's pretty nice, but I've never seen any dunks from him that are crazy. No. So we're gonna see, and then Cole Anthony.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad. Like that's what I'm saying. I was like, they don't have like the guy in there.
Of course.
But I was like, these ain't bad. I was like, I kind of want to see what we talking about.
Have won or competed or like in that point in their career where they're over the dunk contest.
Aaron Gordon's not coming back.
Nope.
He's already said he's done.
Wade killed that for everybody. Zach LaVine's not coming back. Nah, he's dealing with injuries and stuff like that. Their team is in contention for the playoffs. He needs to be focused on that. Bridges. Has Bridges ever been in the dunk contest?
I would be down to see him.
I would love to see Bridges in the dunk contest. Yeah, I think aside from
Zion.
He can't even play basketball. He's not about to.
Ja Morant.
Yes, definitely.
Is that the guy we're missing?
Definitely, but I'm pretty sure they probably shut that down. He's probably filling out the application. They was like, "What you doing?" Nah, man, we're gonna give you another $1 million just to not sign this dunk contest contract. He's like, all right, deal. Right.
Apparently, the Pelicans are looking to trade for some point guard or whatever to get some perimeter help for that team. I just don't know who's really out there.
I don't know who really wants to go there.
I don't know, because like their whole situation is effed up. Just put it like that.
It's crazy. I mean, you see that when Alonzo was playing when he got up out there.
Yo,
like
let me tell you something. Like, like we were just talking about like real quick. If your boys really go through to get this De'Aaron Fox, like they're really trying to stroke that Zion stuff. Like, yo, Zion, like we got De'Aaron Fox, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish. Like these are your boys all out here. Like
I'm coming home, coming home.
But if I'm the Pelicans, I am absolutely molesting your guys' picks. If like what you call it, if like
I don't think we have any.
Yeah, so like you're gonna like he's gonna have to like leave to go there.
Yes.
I'm like,
he has a problem with that?
Like, I'm like, what are you gonna give me? Obi Toppin and Mitchell Robinson's? Like, that's not. I'm not taking that for Zion.
I mean,
are you taking that for Zion?
I mean, gonna come walking into the office looking like Terrio, and I'm like, I don't want to renew my contract, and he gonna walk out of the office looking like James Harden when he left.
I was gonna say, you know, the James Harden.
Like, was that a fat suit? What is going on? Yeah, he knows what he's doing, man. Zion, take your time, man. Fab did not put that man in a bar for him not to play in New York.
Okay. All right, we're using Fab bars. We can do that. It's funny. I just had a Fab conversation the other day. We were talking about like how like Fab is so fresh, but I was like, if you look at some of his outfits, like some of them are big misses, and I was like, I don't think we give him enough.
Did you see his workout outfit?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, man, they was clowning him because I guess he's been working out with Jim Jones and them. And this man showed up to the gym with like a powder blue jumpsuit velour outfit on, and they was like, "Bro, what are you doing right now? We're trying to get it in. This is what you wear."
Yo, let's move on, bro. Let's move on. I'm coming home again. Hey. Do you think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then? Cause I'm coming home again. It's time for some home cooking with McNasty and Uncle Raisin.
Hey, so just a couple quick topics, man. Yesterday was Women in Sports Day, February 3rd, 2022. Yep. So Southland Community Center put on a nice celebration to celebrate some of our local talent and just celebrate the young ladies who are, you know, going above and beyond to like be adamant about playing in their sports and doing what they need to do in the classroom and like could be role models to other young ladies in the community. So, you know, I coach at Commerce. So like they had a ceremony before the game, during halftime, and then after the game for both the JV and varsity game. And it was just a lot of celebrating. Like they really bigged up the cheerleaders. They had a few local high school basketball teams come in, and they gave them like shirts and stuff like that had the celebration on the front of it. They had the boys JV team like present flowers to the girls basketball team. I think the varsity team presented to the volleyball team or something like that. And they had like their varsity jackets on. It was a really good moment, you know, to just, cause I know there's a lot going on in the city where people being celebrated and stuff like that. And sometimes our young ladies get overlooked. So it was just good to see them get celebrated as well. It did keep us at the Southland Community Center until like 10:30. What would have been a school night if this snow cancellation didn't happen. But, you know, if you have a chance to give somebody their celebration, then I'm all for it.
I didn't realize that yesterday was Women in Sports Day, but it makes sense now that the NBA game last night, like they were celebrating the fact that it was the first all ever women telecast.
Okay.
Like there was the women's sideline, the women, like they were doing everything. I wish I remembered, like it didn't click now. I didn't know we were going to talk about it. So I didn't even think to remember who it was, but I remember being like, oh man, that's dope. I was like, cause you didn't even notice, like there was no drop off in quality and everything, because like that's what like the whole thing is like, oh, women don't know what they're talking about, and like no one's gonna watch if they're on here. I was like, I barely even noticed. I was like, they're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing,
right? And
I was like, I don't understand my like I was surprised that this was the first time. I was like, is this really? And like I'm wondering now, like because I didn't even peep if all the refs were women as well. I know that there was one woman ref out there.
I didn't notice either.
So like. Yeah, and it's like, is it a bad thing that we didn't notice, or is it a good thing that we didn't notice? Because like
everything, you're not going to be aware of everything, but that's what's called bringing awareness to it, you know? So.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, that's kind of what we want, is for these things to be normal, and that like they don't end up being these things to bring attention to, because it's just like, this should be normal. Mm-hmm. Like there shouldn't be like a thing of like, oh, this is the all black telecast. It's like, no, like they should just be like who they are. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, I do.
And lastly, I just want to give a shout out to my goddaughter, Tavy Williams. You know, senior night coming up this weekend. You know, it's been a long road. I remember the first day she picked up a ball and she was pounding that thing like it was a brick. And then if she shot the ball, it looked even worse. She probably shattered some backboards. But
so Russell Westbrook status.
Yeah, but now you see like in the photo right here, she's like senior year, bringing the ball up, playing stellar defense like she always does, getting her shots off. And I'm super proud of the young lady that she has become. She is a senior at Minnechaug High School.
Okay.
So her senior year will be this weekend, and she'll be moving on from there. All right. So shout out to you, sweetie. Enjoy your day.
You said it's Tavy?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Tavy.
Yeah. I'll be in the stands acting a fool as usual. You already know.
Just be in the stands like, man, Hey, get out of my way. Watch out as I come through. Busting in your line, cracking numbers in two. When I bring that pain, man, what you gonna do? Become harder than hard, rougher than rough. Rah! And we're at the Blitz. I mean, like the first real big and only real story is like it's the Brian Flores situation, man. Like,
Yeah.
and he's getting crazier. Like, man's went on Get Up and was like, "We come harder than hard, rougher than rough." Rah!
Dislocated my whole elbow.
But we did say that, like, as more details came out, we would try to follow the story as closely as possible. A lot of the allegations that Brian is making is number one, his Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, at one point in time was paying him to tank games. And he said that every game that he lost, he would put an extra 100,000 in his bank account.
100K.
And like, I first read that and I would have been like, yo, you could have taken me to make that dive all day long. Maybe like I'd go scuba diving in that, John. Like that ain't no extra 100K. To not win?
Wait, do you think he got paid for the games he was trying to win but still lost?
I think so. It's like,
hey, you did a good job.
I was being convincing.
Well,
yeah.
I'm selling it.
But like,
I know he also had brought up something about when he went to interview for the Denver Broncos job.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that one, but like I wanted to do the the games one first because like at first listen, you'd be like, oh, that doesn't sound like a big deal. But it's like, no, it is a big deal because what that does is that impacts his record and it's like his ability to coach. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of our black coaches don't get second chances at second jobs because like their records are tore up. And whatchamacallit, and this is what's happening. And there was a number of coaches that came out and backed up his story. And I wish I could remember the Bengals coach. What was his name? Something Mac, I think. It's killing me, but like he put his name out there. He put everything. He's like 100%. Like this is something that happened, and he's like, I did this X amount of years ago, and he's like, I haven't gotten a second interview since.
I got you.
It's not Marvin Lewis, right?
Yes, it is.
It is Marvin Lewis. Sorry, because I was thinking at the top of my head because Marvin Lewis was famous for the 8-8.
Yep,
that was like his favorite thing. Is like every year 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. They just make the playoffs with Andy Dalton and all this other type of stuff. And like Marvin Lewis, ever since he left the Bengals, has not been able to get hired again.
Yeah, and that freaking sucks.
Yeah, and it's I don't even know what the NFL could realistically do about it. Because it's like, well, like, I mean, you're tanking games like you're...
The NFL is doing exactly what they want to do about it. We're not about to get no help from the NFL. The NFL is doing what they want to do to make sure it looks how they want it to look. It's like, we're going to give you all the positions on the field and ain't going to give you none of these other spots. They walked up like Gary Bertier, walked up to Denzel and remember the Titans was like, hey, we'll let you have a couple people on special teams, a couple people on defense. We don't need any people on offense. We're all set.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right.
But the more important piece, the one that you were bringing up, is a few days before Brian Flores was set to interview with the New York Giants, he had received a text message from Bill Belichick congratulating him on getting the job. And he was very, very confused about it. And he texted Bill back about it. And he was just like, oh, I was supposed to send this to Brian Dabble, who's offensive coordinator for the Bills. So Brian Flores knows that he has an interview coming up, and he just got a text saying congratulations on getting a job that they're trying to pretend is available to him. And that's the thing.
Feel like Bill, who is very adamant about detail, did not do that by accident. That's just me, though.
You don't think so
That's
either,
just
right?
me, though. That's just me.
But my thing is like, I don't want to pay Bill as an ally, but at the same time, like I don't want to. But it's just like I feel like I'm like he didn't do that by accident. They don't even spell their Brian's the same.
No.
Like Brian Flores is with the Y, Brian Dabble is with the IAN. Right. Like you know what I mean?
And I feel like Belichick's one of them dudes that puts your full name
in there. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't no nickname, ain't no like be smooth. Like, nah. He had the full name on it. So as soon as you type Brian, there was 3 Brians that came up, and he was like. Like, yeah.
So yeah, this gonna start the pot right now. Tear the thing up. Because I know that he was a finalist for the Houston, Texas job. Yep. But because of this lawsuit, like it's probably very unlikely that anybody takes him now. And it's like it's a shame because he's such a great NFL coach. And it's like because of him pointing out like how unfair the system is towards him, they're now going to try and blackball him.
Of course.
And it's like, yo, like, what are we really doing out here? Like, what are we doing?
He's going to be doing commercials with Cap. That's what he's going to be doing.
He can join the coaching staff over at Jackson State. You know what I'm saying?
Get some Nike coaching gear or something like that, because that's as far as it's going to go. It's over in the NFL. Like, once you start putting that stuff on blast and you're willing to jeopardize your career to do so, then they're going to be like, all right, we will oblige you.
What is it going to take for us to, like, for the real change to happen? Is it the players like being like, oh, I'm not playing?
That's all. That's yes.
The NFL has been like the
Yes.
only, like, I feel like they're constantly getting taken advantage of in their labor talks. Like, they're always getting done dirty.
Listen,
like in those
let one weekend go. Like, I'm talking about where there's like a Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday game, and everybody's just like, nah, I'm good. And the viewership alone they lose for that week, they're like, hey, listen, I think we need to start having some serious conversations. Let's do it then. Let's do it. I got time because I'm not playing next week either.
As fans, and granted, like, I don't like to watch people's pockets, and I don't want to tell people what to do with their money. I know that I would 100% support the players if they did something like that.
Yes.
So, like, I'll take.
You mess around and start.
Do you remember when the refs did it?
Yes.
Remember when the refs did it and how they turned that joint around?
Yes. Imagine if just like in your city for your team, you was like, this a GoFundMe for the players who are going to be losing out on their salary or something like that. Or maybe we just need to be able to work out or whatever it is. People are going to donate in some type of way. Yeah. They may say something like, hey, come here and eat for free, or come to this gym and get a workout because the facility's closed to you guys. Like, they're going to have a lot of things that are opened up to them because people are going to want to support their team. They're going to want to see football come back. And generally, they're just going to want the players to be around them to get an autograph, hang out with an NFL player. Like, they would get tons of support. And it would definitely turn the curve on some stuff, man. But ultimately, they are going to take a hit in their pocket.
Yeah, but it's like, it's a small hit. And I think that's what they're not understanding. Is like, you'll take that, like, what, 4 or 5 game hit?
That's what you do.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Tell me what you were saying, because you look like you got a plan.
Listen, like, let's say me, you, and a few other people's in the league. Say this our team right here. And we just have a nice little meeting like, yo, fellas, listen, don't spend no money for the next year. Every check you get, just put that joint away. Like, all your bills and everything, pay it forward, stack everything up. Don't buy no jewelry, don't buy no cars. If we go on clubbing or want to throw a party, we're gonna do it at somebody's crib, old school cookout style. Stack your joint super crazy high to where you could go a whole year without needing a check if you needed to. And if everybody could commit to that, you get to the end of the season, you go into the next season, and you're really like, yeah, I'm all set. Well, you ain't gonna get paid. All right, cool. I've prepared for this.
They need you guys way more than you need them, and
Yes.
you don't realize that.
Yes. Straight like that.
Oh man, it's just like,
Yeah, you know the advantage NBA had when the game was already in the bubble.
Yeah.
When it was already in the bubble, and if the TV turned on, it was just empty bubble. Come on, man. Like,
they fixed that thing in hours.
yes.
They changed
Yes.
so many things in hours
Yes.
when those guys started to stop playing ball.
Bro, they had 100,000 T-shirts printed overnight. How all these players get all these T-shirts in one night? Like, come on, man. Stop printing jerseys, print the shirts. Whatever it takes to get them on the court.
If they did do that strike, there'd literally be nothing but quarterbacks and offensive linemen on the field, and that's it. Like, like everybody's gone.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
What colonizing quarterback? Who's standing with the brothers and be like, I'm not playing either? Who's standing?
Out
Who's
of the
standing
quarterbacks
strong
right now?
Who's standing strong?
Oh, man. How many do I have to pick?
However many you think. First of all, we're going to talk about him in a minute. If Tampa was still in the league, is Tampa standing strong?
No. He already wore the red hat.
I'm just glad we're on the same side.
He already wore the red hat. Tom ain't fooling nobody, man. Come
Is
on
Drew
with
Brees
that.
standing?
No. Keep going.
I'm gonna go young boys. Our man's right now for White Boy of the Year. Is Joe Burrow sitting?
Yes.
Is Cooper Kupp sitting? Is Cooper Kupp sitting?
No.
Why not?
I'm saying no.
Okay.
What attachments does he have to be like, I'm a homie?
My boy Herbert the pervert. Is he sitting?
No.
Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Mac Jones.
Yes.
You think Mac Jones is in? I think Mac Jones is number one. Like, oh,
Yes.
Thank God. No black corners
I'm
out
gonna
there.
say Mac. Only reason I say Mac is because when the little homies had the high school Super Bowl, he showed up to watch the high school Super Bowl game.
I do remember that.
And he could have brought anybody. He brought a homie. So it's like you never know, unless that homie was his bodyguard or something. But
is Christian McCaffrey sitting?
Yeah. Well, sitting or standing with us?
Standing with us. That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
He's not sitting. CMC's still out there, scat back.
Yes. Yes.
Pat Mahomes, he's having half. Is he sitting or is he standing?
I feel like he's gonna find a really public way to be on the fence.
That's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Is Aaron Rodgers sitting?
No. I feel like that man has 37 American flags tatted on his back, and each one means something different. He probably just got a new one for his fake vaccination card. Like, this is my vaccination flag.
Oh, my goodness. Is Derek Carr?
Yes.
He's sitting?
No, he's standing.
Listen, I think we need to figure out
is he sitting out or is he standing with us? That's what I just asked you.
Because we're sitting out.
Okay, so yes.
So if you're standing,
Derek
if you're not sitting,
Derek is sitting.
Okay, Derek Carr.
Aaron Rodgers is standing. Just to make that clear. Okay, you want to go again?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen from Buffalo?
Yeah.
He's sitting.
He's sitting? Josh Allen's a real one?
Yeah, he gonna sit.
I didn't realize. Okay.
There's too many brothers in Buffalo.
The Griselda boys.
Griselda boys is outside his crib. Like, yo, so you're like, bing bong, who's there? It's the butcher. I'll be out in a second. I know what this is about. I'll be out in about. I'm gonna get 2 jackets.
I gotta go. Stephon Diggs is like, yo, bro, you want to keep throwing them touchdowns? Yo,
I'm telling
Devin
you.
Singletary, like,
are you done? You want to keep going?
No, I think that's it. That's kind of all the quarterbacks that matter, right?
I thought you were gonna say Richie Incognito next.
Nah, because so Aaron Rodgers is going for a second MVP. Is what you saying that year?
Yo,
he can't wait. That means Devontae Adams isn't playing though.
Facts. So that means Aaron is not going for a second MVP.
Or is he just throwing Robert Tonyan the whole time? Like, yo, what's up? Where was it? Like Lazard?
Oh no, Lazard is mixed. He had to be on the fence too.
That's right.
You had to figure it out.
Because it's just him and Bakhtiari. He's just giving it to him all the time. There's no Aaron Jones back there.
Mad old lineman catching touchdowns.
Oh, one
eligible receiver.
One last one, because I think that this is a dicey one.
Okay.
My man Ryan Tannehill.
Nah. I'm saying nah.
He's standing?
Yes.
Oh, Ryan Tannehill, my man Tannels?
I get different feels. Sorry.
Man, you don't get it from him?
Different feels.
Brother played in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Now he's in Tennessee. He's got Derrick Henry back there, Julio Jones, AJ Brown. He's used to not playing with brothers. Because they ain't never around. Because the brother's always hurt. He said Fisker? Or Fursiker, whatever his name is.
Yo, when you said that, all I could think was Childish Gambino. It was like Fiskers don't make a noise when you start them out. But yeah, man, listen, man. That joint would look crazy.
But that's what needs to be done.
What was that movie? The Replacements with Keanu Reeves.
Like,
that's what the league gonna look like.
I didn't watch football. I have to admit, when Cap took the knee, I kept watching football.
I didn't.
I think if all the players finally saddled up and decided not to play, I'm not watching.
Yeah, I did not watch football that year.
But I said,
I'm sorry, I watched one game because me and wifey went on a trip to Miami, and the Raiders happened to be in Miami that weekend.
Yeah, I do remember
my birthday weekend, and she was like, "You always said you was gonna take me to a football game." I was like, "I'm not watching football this year, but the Raiders is here." And I was like, "All right," and I ended up getting 2 tickets for like $100 because it was the Raiders versus Miami, and it was like 20 rows from.
Couldn't do that today. Couldn't do that. I say couldn't do that today.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. They gotta pay off that stadium that they're not winning in.
Damn. I know we were gonna do some Pro Bowl talk, but I feel like we the biggest topic in football that we didn't talk about last week, and so we can't go without talking about it. Tom Brady is gone. Tom Brady announced his retirement.
What's the big deal? Bye.
So
bye.
So instead of giving our takes about Tom Brady being gone, did you see the New York Jets what they tweeted?
No.
They were like, this better be real. That's all they tweeted. So
I don't even know he played football. I already tucked that away in the cut.
Tom Brady, he's gone. He's been one of the biggest linchpins of football for the past 20 years.
Bye.
I think we need to talk about his legacy at least a little bit, bro. Like, is he the GOAT? Is he the greatest of all time?
No,
Who's the GOAT?
not Tom.
Who's the? I
I'll
think
have one. I'll have 5 of them for you next episode.
next episode you have 5 GOATs.
I'll have 5 goats.
You're supposed to only have 1 GOAT. It's called the greatest of all time.
Okay, I will have 5 potential goats we can choose over Tom Brady.
Is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time?
No,
Who is?
he doesn't throw the ball.
He does.
He tosses it 5 yards and lets the brothers run for 30.
Isn't that what quarterback's supposed to do? It's supposed to run offense. It's the most important position in all of sports is the quarterback. We can agree on that, right?
All right, he's the greatest of all time. Please tell me why he did not win a Super Bowl this year with the same exact team he had last year. Nothing has changed.
No, a bunch of his guys were out.
No, they were all back.
No, Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin were not there. They were injured. And they still almost came back and won. They didn't get the ball in OT, and they went out. They lost.
They what?
They didn't get the ball in OT.
And then they what?
Lost.
Bye.
Doesn't everybody lose? Like, is there a quarterback that you can think of that hasn't lost?
Bye.
That's all I'm saying is like, all right. So like, I'm going to let you stop talking for a minute. I'm going to do a Tom Brady thing real quick. And as a Miami Dolphins fan, Tom Brady has been, first of all, being a Miami Dolphins fan that lives in New England, Tom Brady has been a thorn in my side for far too long. Because like, as far and as long as I can remember, ain't nobody give a hot damn about the New England Patriots because they was butt booty cheeks city. Like, you think the Detroit Lions were bad? They were the Detroit Lions before the Detroit Lions. All of a sudden, Tom comes out of nowhere, 6th round pick, and he, for the next 15, he played 17 years in New England. 17 years, I had to listen to just Tom Brady talk. I had to watch the Patriots constantly win, even though they didn't win all the time against us, no matter how bad the team was, stuff like that. And I hated the man. Couldn't stand the Patriots. I feel like he just embodied everything that I hated about the sport, about the Patriots. Like, they like everything. I just couldn't stand them. The second that he left and went to Tampa Bay, I was like, Tom Brady's actually not that bad. I really just hate the Patriots, and that's all there really is to it. Like, there was parts of Tom Brady, like when Tom Brady started growing his hair out and we started getting like like that was my favorite Tom Brady. I was like, this dude is the goofiest dude I ever. You know, when there was the video of him sliding down the water slide and he was going like this, I was like, Tom Brady is actually quite hilarious, and I don't think I give him enough credit. The MAGA stuff got me back on the Tom Brady, and that boy crazy.
Get a Tom Brady Fight Club shirt.
Okay. But like, I think that he is the greatest player that like I've ever seen. Like, there are players that I like more than Tom Brady, but it's just like, he's one of the most, like, when he's on the field, like, you always feel this is too much time on the clock for Tom. Like, you always is just like, this is set up for Tom Brady to get this win. And 8 times out of 10, he's getting it. And it's like, it's so annoying how good he is at stuff, or how good he was at getting the ball to the right people. And he isn't he's not the fastest quarterback. He was not the smartest quarterback. He didn't have the best arm. I don't even think he was the most accurate quarterback, but he somehow like took all that stuff. And it's like, if you ever watch, I think it's called like the Brady 6, when they show like his combine workouts, he looks atrocious. Like, this guy shouldn't have been anything. And for him to go from like 6th round pick to what he's become, like, I don't think anybody's had that type of career in any sport than Tom Brady's had. And I got to give shots out to the GOAT. And like, was I sad that he retired? No, but I was just like, damn, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, it's been a long, long time since Tom Brady's been killing things. And I think he went out as a 99 in Madden too, which is kind of unheard of. Like, people don't go out on top like that. That's my Tom Brady thing. I don't even want to ask you a question about it because I feel like you're just hitting
your stuff off.
Because you look like you got some stuff that like I feel like I don't want to hear because I feel like it's going to be very unproductive. So like, would you feel better if we just moved on?
I've been letting you get your stuff off.
Okay, so like
I do have one thing to say.
Go ahead.
Bye.
The last thing that we had was the Pro Bowl. I feel like we're running a bit long. Do we really want to talk about the Pro Bowl?
I don't care if we were the first 10 minutes in. I wouldn't want to talk about the Pro Bowl.
But we did.
I don't care about the Pro Bowl. That joint is not entertaining.
So what we did talk about last time is we were going to come up with some like ideas to make the Pro Bowl a little bit more exciting. Because there are some things about the Pro Bowl. Like, they did a little dodgeball thing.
Yeah.
Like that was cool.
Mhm.
Today they did like some races. They
Mhm.
did you see Mac Jones's like when they do the quarterback thing where it's got like the little holes in it and they put like the two corners out there and they got to try and get the points through the
Mm-mm.
holes? I'm gonna show it to you after. You got to watch Mac Jones's one because that brother is clanking these passes, looking crazy. I think they got Diggs, and I can't remember who the other corner is. That and they're just like they're in front of him, and like as he throws them, like they try to get picks and stuff like that. But it's like, yo, Mac Jones looked awful, and I enjoyed every second of it.
I do have one question for you.
Go ahead.
Does Tom Brady become a coach?
No, I think he's one of those guys that once he steps away, like we never see him in any other capacity like that. Like he might do guest spots, like, oh, we're gonna do a Patriots game and special guest Tom Brady as our commentator. I wouldn't be surprised if he was more of like Peyton's show.
Mhm.
Like if they did something like that and like every once in a while Tom Brady was a guest,
Mhm.
like that's it. But like I don't think that he gives a flying jack squat about nothing. Like he's not going to be doing Tony Romo stuff. Like he's too big for that.
Mhm.
He's not doing like, and Drew Brees is awful at it, by the way. Like I don't know who gave Drew Brees that contract, but it's just like he just never has anything important to say. He never adds anything, and I'm like, wow, they really thought that he was going to be the next Tony Romo, and he's just like he looks like Tony Romo on the field. But it's just like I don't think Tom Brady's like that kind of guy. I think we'll see him every couple of years. Like I would if he did like when people get inducted into the Hall of Fame, like if he did like the interviews with them, or like when Belichick was on there when they did the 100 greatest players and stuff like that. And like he comes and he tells a story, or like he's on documentaries. Like that's it. I think he's gone, bro. Like him and Giselle, like they're out of here. Do you agree? Like, so, but like one of my ideas for the Pro Bowl to make it a little bit more interesting, and we take a little bit from the NBA All-Star Game, and what we do is we get the top vote getters. We vote all the Pro Bowlers in, right? We get the top vote getters from the AFC, we get the top vote getters from the NFC. You pick the best vote getter from the offense, best from the defense. So now we have 4 teams, and then all of those players pick their teams, and then they have to use those teams and compete in events all throughout the day. Okay. And the Pro Bowl game ends with a tournament, and they do it NFL street style. You get your 7 players, and you guys have to play both sides of the ball. Whatever team wins,
like a 7-on-7.
7-on-7, and I think they should do flag and stuff like that.
I like that.
I think it would be very interesting.
You might want to patent that because they're probably writing your ideas down.
Like I would, because like you know what, like the Pro Bowl, like it would just be dope because like offensive linemen are in there, so it'd be nice to watch offensive linemen play defense. Or like if you're one of those teams where you don't pick the offensive lineman, and then now Aaron Donald's coming through, and it's like you got all these fast dudes, but it's like Aaron Donald's fast too, and ain't none of these little dudes blocking him or getting through there.
Right.
Like so you got to plan accordingly, and it'd be like, what does Aaron Donald's first pick look like? Like, does he pick players from his team, or does he? You could pick anybody. So what does like an Aaron Donald and Patrick Mahomes team look like, or Aaron Donald's in like Lamar Jackson or something like that? Like I think it would be pretty dope. And then it's like they do the dodgeball thing, but they do it as those teams, and then they do these competitions, and they kind of stack all this stuff. They do the weightlifting, like they do all that stuff. So you have to account for like all these things when you pick, because it's like you don't want to lose in the weightlifting, but then you win at the 40-yard dash. Who we just saw Micah Parsons win it this year. They was talking all that smoke about like who is the fastest player. Micah Parsons burned Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, and who was the last guy? I think it was Diggs, Trayvon Diggs.
Wow. Yeah, he tore everybody.
Yeah, he tore a ball up.
Hey.
So like I think that would be dope.
I like it. I told you, patent that joint because they writing your ideas down right now.
I think another thing that is huge, they have not figured this out. Have all of it on the same day. This like the NFL. I feel like the NFL is not made for like the whole weekend, like the way basketball is. Like the 3-point shootout, the dunk contest, the skills, the young guys. Like
I feel if they did it the way you're saying they could, but the way it is now, it is terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 days.
I can't remember the last time I watched a Pro Bowl. The events, the game.
But do you remember like when you used to watch it and they used to have the weightlifting? I would be like, oh, who's the strongest in the NFL? Like that's what I wanted to know. Like I really wanted to know.
Remember the last time I tuned in for a Pro Bowl weekend. Like it's been years. It's just
another thing on that too is this is another adding to it is like I think like the players or the captains should choose either a clothing line or like a brand that sponsors their specific team. So like if Aaron Donald's team is the T-Mobile / Adidas team, then all his gear is Adidas and all their stuff is T-Mobile stuff.
Get ignorant.
What do you mean?
Somebody's gonna have some crazy looking Burberry jersey.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see like what the Odell Beckham team looks like. And then like, do you remember the mode in Madden where it was like you could choose like Odell Beckham's team and it was like a certain thing. It was like they were like an air raid team. Then it was like a Bruce Arians team. I can't remember what the mode was called. It was called like Knockout or something like that. You're killing me because I wish he was bouncing off of that.
I'm killing you.
But what I'm saying is like, but then those teams go in Madden where it's like you have to play against the Aaron Donald team and it's like their team is great at this and so on and so forth. And then like, you know what I mean? And it's like an NFL Street, like when you used to beat those teams, like you could always pick a player off their team and stuff like that. So like they would do a mode in Madden where it's like you get like your backyard team and you could either take the experience points and level up your guys or you could take one of the guys from another team. Listen, man, there's a lot of stuff in this noodle and it's like EA Sports, like hit me up. Like I'm trying to make some bread. Like I don't know what you guys did when you got rid of EA Big and there's no more NFL Street, no more NBA Street, no more Def Jam, no more FIFA Street, but you're bugging. No more SSX Tricky. Like, I'm tired of playing this shitty ass Madden. Madden sucks right now, bro. It sucks.
The dangerous diabetic is here.
I'm tired, bro. Like, I got ideas. I've been writing in my notepad. Like I said, back with this back is exactly trying to figure out the new NFL Street looks like. I've been waiting, though. Hit me up. I'm telling you. A butcher coming. Anyways, so do you have a cultural gem?
I do have a cultural gem. If it's okay with you.
Go ahead, cultural gem.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Hey, so our cultural gem for this week is none other than the movie In Too Deep, starring Omar Epps.
All I gotta say.
And LL Cool J. It also has Neil Long, Hill Harper, Pam Grier, Jermaine Dupri.
Is In Too Deep actually a good movie though, or is it just like a classic movie but it's not really a good movie?
Both. Go ahead. All right, so go ahead and check it out. Where can you watch it? It's on Amazon Prime. It's also on YouTube. I think YouTube wants like $3 for it, but I'm pretty sure if you type in the full movie, it's probably on there for free.
Is it on like Pluto or something like that? Like Pluto TV? Okay.
I don't know, have Pluto TV though, but
it's free TV. You should get it.
I feel like I have too many.
You want to sponsor us, Pluto?
Have too many streaming services right now. But yeah, we'll definitely take a sponsor, Pluto. You can come on here. We'll be your guest. You know how that goes.
You can put us on Pluto for all we've been like, yo, listen, I'm trying to get up out here.
So it would be like Fast and Furious, and Tyrese and Ludacris.
In space? Yeah. Or with Hobbs and Shaw.
Stop it.
I'm Black Superman. That's all I care about. Let's go. You got a Raisinette. You got a Raisinette. Did you just wake up?
Whenever we reference
radar tip for that.
These back end of these Fast and Furious movies, it really gets me a little nudged out.
They're let me not.
Go ahead. They're
great movies. Get ready for Fast 10 with Jason Momoa. Aquaman is coming to the Fast and Furious universe. Let's go. Let's go. Now you know, man, they're running Tokyo. Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Let's go. You know who else is on one of those soundtracks?
Stop it.
What you gonna do? Act the fool. Too fast. Too furious. I'm too fast for y'all, man.
Terrible. You okay now?
When you just came home for doing the bid, tell me what you gonna do. Act the fool.
You done? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes,
Get your stuff off.
Talk to the robbers. 111, baby, call the doctor. Go ahead. Raising that. You got one.
I don't. I felt like I did. And all this Ludacris has jarred my memory. And I'm all out of whack right now. Like, this Fast and Furious stuff is terrible. You still vibing over there?
Yeah, because I'm just going through Ludacris songs in my head.
Okay.
Blow it out, Jack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the incredible, untouchable nigga spinning man on his body with the dope.
I knew there was something else.
Talking about the lies around the corner because the motherfucker had the dope show.
We out
One
here.
time I'm gonna sing him in
It
the
was
one,
good
all the
being
niggas
with
wanna
y'all,
get
man.
naked.
Listen, if
Two
I
times
don't
I'm
stop,
the chickens,
I'm
I'm
just gonna keep
niggas
going.
flipping that
I'm
way.
just gonna stop.
East Coast, Mid Coast,
I'm just
everybody.
gonna
Let me take it all around the world.
stop.
I got